Good morning. It is Tuesday. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. You ready? You're ready for the weather. You're ready for the weather. There we go. You know what? It's Tuesday. Tuesday is my least favorite day of the week. That's what we should have asked today. What is your least favorite day of the week? Mine is today. Sorry. Buckle up. That's how this is going to go. It's going to be hot and humid. It's already humid to start the day, and it's already pretty warm for 7:34 in the morning. 87, 88 will be the high. Humid, hazy, slight chance for a pop-up storm, but for the most part, you're just going to be dealing with the soup out there. Things should start to be less humid in the later night hours. And then we're in for a nice stretch of weather over the next 3 or 4 days. Dry, no rain, unfortunately. But at least less humidity and temperature in the lower 80s, so that should be good. Let's talk about this. The Minnesota State Fair is just over 2 weeks away, and we still don't know exactly what it's going to look like. The Star Tribune this morning reporting that organizers are considering requiring masks at indoor attractions. So, you go in the food building or in the art display or 4-H or eco experience, any of those things, indoors, mask up. What do you think the fair should do about masks? It's kind of a tough one, right? I could see some dilemma with only requiring masks indoors, because then somebody has to remind people as they're walking in, logistically, how do you do it? Do you go with a straight-up mask mandate throughout the entire fair experience? I don't know. So what do you think? If you were in charge of the fair, what would you do? And what's your comfort level, right? What are you thinking as far as the fair goes? Leave a comment on the WCCO TV Facebook page. We will post some of your comments and share them with the group in just a minute. List of people who will need the vaccine to go to school or to work is growing. Been hearing about more and more of these vaccine mandates, and Minnesota's largest university is now saying, yep, we're making the change when the FDA grants full approval to one of the COVID vaccines. So right now it's under emergency use authorization. School does expect the FDA to give it full approval in the coming weeks. The Board of Regents will need to approve this measure. Expect more workplaces to do this same sort of thing, if yours hasn't already. In Waconia, the mask issue in school went up for a vote by the school board. Look at the crowd, just packed in there. Jeff Wagner was reporting for us and said the majority of parents who spoke up last night did not want a mask mandate in place, cited concerns like communication struggles, mental health issues. Others felt there should be a mandate so their child could safely return to the classroom. But ultimately, the board unanimously voted to make masks optional for students and for staff. Hard to know if this is how the overall district feels or if this is how the vocal crowd that showed up feels, but regardless, school board voting 6-0 to make masks optional. Highest reward in state history is being offered. This is just disgusting that we've had no information, really nothing, about 3 children in Minneapolis, all of who were shot.
Don't wait until these same people shoot one of your children, and then now you want a press conference begging somebody, hoping that some money is raised to turn into shooters or killers of your children.
Yeah, so, should it take $180,000 to shake loose information? No. Will this do something? Maybe. It's a lot of money. We know somebody knows something. Who shot 10-year-old LaDavion Garrett? LaDavion still alive, fighting for his life in the hospital. 9-year-old Trinity Addison Smith, 6-year-old Nia Allen didn't even get the chance to fight. They are both dead, killed by a stray bullet. Maybe it's 3 different people. Maybe it's all the same dispute that happened to have these kids caught in the crossfire. We got to get justice for their families and get whoever did this off the streets, right? Because it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. State is warning some families to not freak out when you see, and imagine this, if you didn't know what was happening in Monticello today, and all of a sudden, Monticello, there's a nuclear plant, and all of a sudden, here comes the law enforcement, you would freak out. Rightly so. This is only a drill. Several agencies taking part. They do it every year. Obviously, thank goodness, right? Like, we want to have a good response if there's ever an incident at the Monticello nuclear plant. If Homer Simpson is at the controls, then all hell breaks loose. State, county, local agencies involved. So whenever that drill happens, I'm sure a million people will call the newsroom and be like, something's going on at the nuclear plant. But you guys have been warned. Hey, everybody wants to go to Canada. What is the pent-up demand? Well, for 17 months, the Canadian border has been closed. Yesterday, it reopened, and look at the line. The biggest line at all of the border crossings was at International Falls. At one point, the wait was 7 hours. Now, I love Canada, but I'm not waiting 7 hours to go there. Now, some of these people, it's like, maybe it's your love, the love of your life, lives across the border, and you haven't been able to go over there because of COVID-19. Now Americans can enter Canada if they test negative within 72 hours of crossing the border. There's a lot of business, a lot of tourism. There's a lot on the line with this border being reopened.
Means everything to us. We're about 99% U.S. business. Everybody's real anxious to get back up here.
United States still not letting Canadians in. Keep those Canadians back on their side of the border. That's expected to change. This is sort of weird. It hasn't changed right away, but it'll change on August 21st. We're going to meet the new head of Minnesota United today. I spent a little time yesterday trying to get the scoop, trying to find out who would replace the team's former CEO, Chris Wright, who worked for the Timberwolves for a long time. Last month, he announced he'd be stepping down. He's been with Minnesota United since 2017. But this afternoon, the team will introduce the new CEO at Allianz Field. The CEO, kind of runs the business end. So I don't know how excited you'll get about this, but anyway, they'll be introducing the new person today. The TSA is now screening around 2 million passengers every day at airports. Leisure travel is back rolling, and some of you forgot to take your gun out of your baggage. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that to go visit Dayton, Ohio. Grandma wants you to keep the gun at home. A lot of people forget the water bottle. I get it, right? This was taking just over 3 days, all of this stuff. Why are people bringing butane torches on the plane? Pepper spray, I get it. It's just in your purse, right? A lot of sunscreen. Last time I traveled, my kid had a full tube of toothpaste, which they confiscated. Thank you, TSA, for saving travelers from the scourge of Crest. A lot of guns. That was just 3 days worth of stuff. I think most people know what's allowed and what isn't. You just forget. You forget that it's in there. So check your stuff before you go to the airport. This is a really sweet story. A litter of puppies without a mom found the perfect match. Here's how this story goes. A dog named Poppy gave birth to 10 puppies, and Poppy died unexpectedly right after giving birth. The siblings then had to be, you got all these little puppies, so they were split up and bottle fed. But nearby, there was another dog named Pepper. Pepper gave birth, and her puppies didn't make it. So the volunteers at Rough Start Rescue said, let's give this a shot. Let's bring the puppies to Pepper, and it worked.
Pepper, she came in and immediately took all the babies in she had all of them attached to her and nursing within 5 minutes. So it's funny that, she kind of almost looks like...
Puppies will be up for adoption soon. A few of them are already spoken for. The rest are going to be on the Rough Start Rescue website in about 2 weeks. Isn't that sweet? Very sweet. We all kind of put our own little stories as to what that is symbolic for, but I just love it. Really good stuff. Okay, we're talking about the state fair and mask rules. What should they do? Becca raises the same thing I was worried about. Masks indoor at the fair is a good idea. It's going to take some work to figure out how to enforce it. Very true. Yeah, I went to Lunds and Byerly's yesterday. They have a sign that says they recommend it, so I wore the mask in in the grocery store. Cub, I think theirs also says they recommend it. They want everybody to wear a mask. It's fine. Whatever a business wants, I'm going to do it. Thanks, Becca. Simon says, I think masks should definitely be mandated indoors, but I'm also hearing they might cap capacity limits. I would go to the fair if I had to mask up indoors, but it'd be hard to attend if I had to mask up outside on a hot state fair day. Yep, I get that, Simon. Thank you. Here's Annette. Let people wear masks if they want to, and others risk it because people will just take them off anyways. It is tough, Anna. If you have a really hot and humid day, I get that. Thanks, Annette. Bradley says state fair should follow what the CDC is recommending. If you're outside, try to stay socially distanced. But if you're indoors, wear a mask, whether you're vaccinated or not. Yeah, I don't want like some poor kid to have to be the mask police inside the buildings. And some yahoo's gonna be like hopped up on mini donut beer and go off on some 16-year-old. Thanks, Bradley. Here's Tanya. Ask an expert, not the peanut gallery. There's more than enough useless opinion on masks already. Here's the issue, Tanya. I don't think the experts have really great science on this. You hear a lot where they say like, oh, masks have made a difference. And the reality is masking often has come with social distancing. So is it the social distance? Is it the masking? What is it that really is making a difference? I think this is, and with Delta, with a higher vaccine load up here, is masking more important, or are these sorts of masks less effective? Like, we don't know. We just don't know. So we all don't know. And we all don't know together. That's what we do here on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. Thanks for hanging out with us. We always appreciate the peanut gallery, even when you're saying don't talk to the peanut gallery. Thanks for watching. We'll have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.